Hello and welcome to another Delboy unboxing statues. Yes, I've been a Marvel collector for over 40 years and I've been collecting statues from around 1998. And I've got over 200 or so of these statues, all from different companies. Most of them are by Bowen Designs, Diamond, or by Sideshow Collectibles, although I do have a few by Prime One Studios and a few others. I've always loved them. I've always wanted to display them. They do take up a sizable chunk of your room if you do have a display cabinet for these. But at some point I do intend to display the lot. But until then, I thought I'd catalogue my statue collection by doing a set of little videos, and they might become a little bit of a reference to people that are thinking about getting into statue collecting, buying some of these older Bowen statues or newer sideshows, and just checking out the prices. As you can see by the box, this one is the Kingpin. He's a Marvel villain. And basically, when he came out, he was around $175. Just like most Bowen Design statues, they are individually numbered. Some of them require assembly. This one does. They're usually not too complex in the Bowen Designs, but they can be a bit tricky. And I believe this one has a set number of about 700. So I'm going to assemble him first. So you're going to see me a little bit. And I need to be very careful with this, even though it's in one piece, because he's a very weighty character. So I'm going to show the bottom first. This one's number 407 of 700. And I'll plonk him on the base here. And this one's got some swap outs. What do I mean by swap outs? You can display him in several different ways. Nothing particularly complex, but you can have him holding his cane over a Spider-Man mask or a Daredevil mask. So I'll show you the masks. This one is the Spider-Man mask. And this one is the Daredevil mask. And that slots into the base just here. There we go. And it's held in by a cane. Now the cane can be a bit awkward to do because you have to put one hand over the other to make this work. So you sort of need to slot the cane in and put one of the hands over it. So it can be a bit awkward. There we go. And that slots the cane in there. And then it's a simple matter of putting the other hand on. There we go. And we have a fully looking statue. And I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, I'm going to be able to zoom in too much because he is quite sizable. But I think that will be okay. Just set it back a little bit. Sorry about this. But they're all different sizes, so they're sometimes a little bit difficult to portray in landscape format, but I will zoom in a little bit later on. So we'll set him spinning around so you can see all sides. There we go. And I'll tell you a little bit about the Kingpin. So, the Kingpin is a supervillain appearing in Marvel Comics, and the character was created by Stan Lee and one of my favourite artists, John Romita Sr. and he first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 50. That was dated 1967. And the Kingpin's name is a reference to a crime lord title in Mafia slang. Yes, the Mafia is known as the Magia in Marvel Comics. He's one of the most feared, dangerous, and powerful crime lords in the Marvel Universe, and usually depicted as New York City's crime overlord. He was introduced as an adversary of Spider-Man, but later on went to be the archenemy of Daredevil, as well as a recurring foe of the Punisher. He was married to Vanessa Fisk, who frequently expressed her disapproval of his criminal activities. And he's also has a son called Richard Fisk, who later on became the schemer and also went into crime. His traditional attire consists of his white suit and cane, though his appearance has changed over the years. Across all iterations, the Kingpin is depicted with an extraordinary heavy-set appearance and a bald head. The character is not simply obese, but he's heavily muscled, a bit like a sumo wrestler, and he's formidable at hand-to-hand combat. Despite this size, Spider-Man has regularly mocked him. So basically, he's criminal mastermind, peak human strength and durability, highly skilled at martial arts. He wears Kevlar armor and a use of a laser-equipped cane and a hollow ornamental diamond stick pin filled with sleeping gas. So as I said, the Kingpin first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man issue 50 and was created by Stan Lee and John Romita. In his debut story, the Kingpin is portrayed just as a crime lord, albeit though one who tends to usually hands-on in criminal dealings. In future appearances, he really does start to use more technical equipment and sort of like other villains to do his dirty work for him. And that's pretty much who the Kingpin really is. Issue 50, by the way, is a very, very sought-after comic. It's called Spider-Man No More and was actually turned into part of the Spider-Man second film, where Peter Parker decided he didn't want to be Spider-Man anymore, threw his costume away in a dustbin, and J. Jonah Jameson managed to get hold of that costume while Peter Parker tried to live a normal life as a teenager. That all stems from the debut story that brought the Kingpin in. So when it moves around a little bit more, I'll try and do while he's moving around, a more closer up look of this particular statue, because they all tend to be very, very detailed. So I'm going to move in now, and you can see just what a menacing person this Kingpin is. There he is, his face. Not exactly jolly, is it? There's that pin, which is a diamond, but fake, and it controls sleeping gas. And there's the cane, which goes all the way down to the mask at the bottom, which, as I said, can be changed out to be Daredevil. It's not exactly the most detailed statue in the Bowen line. I think it's really quite good, the light and shade of the jacket. Quite colourful as well. Do like the purple of the pants, the trousers. Those are really good. And the simplistic base with the cracks where the cane is actually stuck into Spider-Man's mask is another nice little touch. And as he comes round, we'll just move in a little bit more so you can see that detail. And those hands. And he's even got a diamond ring. And we'll just move back and get this all set up again. There we go. And I'll just wind up. Yes, so the Kingpin. Definitely a character that I've loved in Spider-Man comics. One that I've read in Daredevil and many other comics. Always seemed to be a character that you really don't realize just how powerful he is. He just looks like a highly imposing fat man. But basically, Spider-Man and Daredevil have all gone against him and punched him with their really strong powers and have failed multiple times, only generally winning because of something else that's gone on in the background, whether it be an explosion or even in certain circumstances, the Kingpin's wife intervening because the wife of the Kingpin hated his life and crime. And that's basically it. So I'm going to wind it up and say I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really do love my statues. I'm going to be showing a lot more of them. And hopefully it's a good reference point for you all. And so I'm going to go and say salute, and basically hope to see you in the next one. And with that, I'll say goodbye. Goodbye.